It looks like there might be some interesting stuff. Oh, I don't have my phone nearby. My cat is behind me being cute. I do not wish to run him over. The old always do your audio check, because if you don't, you'll be sad. Am I streaming? There, I'm streaming. Looks good visually. That sounds fine, doesn't it? Streaming there, I'm streaming. Greetings. Looks good visually. That sounds fine, doesn't it? There, enjoy that echo. The echo into the ages. Look at this, it's an army. This is 6,050 points of painted Space Marines. Look at all of that. This isn't what I sent into the Armazon Parade. There's a split right here. So over on this side is kind of what I sent. So I got more pictures of what I sent for the Armazon Parade, but over on this side is what isn't going to be in the pictures. So we'll take a look at this stuff. There is one mistake in the layout here. These lieutenant with the jump intercessors, he should be over here with these Infernus Marines. That's where he belongs. Other than that, everything seems to be right. We got our like guys that shoot fire, our apothecary, our little stompy boy. Look at that good stompy boy. One of my 2 units of drop troops. This thing that flies. This other thing that flies. What is this? I think it's the Hammer Stripe Storm Speeder. You can see our 2 Redemptors and the Contemptor in between. The Mario Kart. One of my Repulsors. Vindicator. This is an Impulsor. It's the Las Cannon Party Bus. We got the Hellblasters coming out. They got the Plasma Store Captain Anniversary. There's the Repulsor Executioner, one of my 2 Ballistic Dreadnoughts. Another Repulsor. There's my Chaplain. There's my Librarian. This unit has the Assault Cannon. It's this guy here. This is the custom rocket launcher I did from the Contemptor. We got our big stompy Centurions. Our Blade Guard squad with the most pure captain. There he is. Chaplain with our assault squad. There's my chapter master coming out of the Thunderhawk. I didn't have the ramp put on right here. My other unit of drop guys. The Thunderhawk itself. Look at that. It turned out pretty good. You can see where I chopped off the Aquilas. When I got this, I was going to make this 1,000 Suns Horus Heresy model, so I cut off all the Aquilas, and I did not the best job. There's some damage. And I only replaced the Aquila here with a Baneblade armor point. But it adds an interesting zip to it. Here's a Tech Marine. Here's the Captain. Terminator armor. Another one of the Contemptor missile launcher mods. There's the Land Raider. There's my Ancient. He's in my Stern Guard squad. Back banner on that. What are these little red marks? There's another one over here. Where'd I see? Yeah, right here. Wonder if there's something wrong with my camera. It's a very expensive camera. We'll make a note of this one in the bottom corner for the other pictures. So yeah, that's 6,000 points of Space Marines. And it was too long to paint, and it's really cool. Actually, one of the things, because it's not in the other pictures I want to look at, is this. I'm really happy with how this hazard striping turned out. I used tape. I taped all of this off. And then I dry brushed the teal across the whole thing. And then I put more tape on it. And then I dry brushed the black on. That's why you can see the dry brush kind of like fades away here. Because the brush was hitting this section here, so I didn't get the strongest dry brush there. But nah, I think it turned out pretty well. It made a nice even coat. Looks good. But this is the army I sent in for Armies on Parade. So I moved the hammer strike over here. We still got my chaplain. I got some better quality pictures. Just 2 repulsors. The impulsor's over here now. Just one of the 2. Oh yeah, you didn't. Here is, where are they? Yeah, there's one ballistus and there's the other ballistus. My 4 Redemptor chassis. So all the rest of this all laid out right. The lieutenant is gone. Everything else is about the same over here. Wasn't the red mark somewhere in... It'd be in this area now? I don't see any red marks. Seems to be some sort of little... Well, there's a little white mark there. That's kind of where the red mark was. But yeah, so this is what was sent into the Armies on Parade. I lack the fancy board, so I'm not gonna win. But I'm happy with what I got here. This is from one angle. And it's from another angle where you can see some of the painted interior of the impulsor. Even painted that. And then we have some closer shots, so you can get a closer look at these guys. I initially painted their little shoulder shields gold, but I thought it looked too weird. So I painted them red. Turned out a lot better. But he has a teal one, because it's got a contrast against all the purity seals. Here's another good shot of my jump pack guys. I'm particularly happy with the plasma glow on this guy. Also, this guy's been modded to put a Primaris helmet in there. I was pretty happy with how he turned out. Here's the Hellblasters. Here's that store captain. Can't buy him anymore. You can see some more of the detail of the impulsor right there. Better shot of the Terminators. You can see the captain, or the librarian has the helmet change. There's my chaplain. Once again with the assault cannons. Here's my chapter master. He used to have a bigger rock in front of him, but then when I textured it, it looked really bad. So I cut like all of it off, and I just kind of like, there's a giant gaping hole right here, and I just filled it full of like rocks. So it looks like he's kind of like standing on some rocks. It looks way better now than it did. It looked kind of bad before. We can't look at those guys, so we got to move into the next picture. There we go. You can see like the details. See, I didn't get around this edge. It's not painted the cleanest. It's fine though. I didn't know what to put in the circle of the banner, so in the end I just put nothing. There's nothing I could be happy with. I'm happy with how this Tyranid turned out. I can't even quite remember. I think I just painted. It was gray because I primed the whole model in the army painter uniform gray. And I'm pretty sure I just put purple contrast over this, a brown contrast over this, and then like a wash to tie it all together. I think that's all I did. It turned out pretty good. I like how it turned out. Less happy with his plasma gun. I like his grav gun though. He looks good. I gave him like kind of like a gold cog on the front of that. That's good stuff. One of my drop units. Here you can see the custom bolters I made for my Thunderhawk. So these are, I forget what unit it is. But it's when I bought my Fire Raptor from Forge World to get all the sprues for that one model. I used that. And then these are Sister of Battle, the old ones. Bolters. No pilots. They're still sitting on my desk. Green, the original green. Unpainted. I don't know if I want to do them. Here's a shot up here. Oh, I didn't. This. I don't know why this is green. It's just green in all the pictures, so I did it. You also notice I don't put like a lot of the junk that's on the impulsors. You see, I keep my impulsors pretty clean. I don't really like all the junk that gets glued on all these little bits here. I did some of them on this one, but for the most part, I don't like them, so I don't do them. I like everything looking a bit clean. Funny thing about Thunderhawk, its front landing gear has a little goblin under it. It has a little goblin underneath the front landing gear foot. Here's a better shot of that. It turned out pretty okay. I got the green lights on this side, and I think if we go to this one, yeah, you can see the red lights on the other side. Cha, 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 cha. Look at all that. Okay, enough of this display capture. It scares me. We should need the edge. We're going to delete the display capture because, well, we'll leave it for now just in case we want to look at the models again. I didn't fix this. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I got the dates right this week. And we're starting on the rumor engine. Because we did look at this last week, 100%. So we're starting on the rumor engine. Dun, 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 dun. My spine is still tingling from all the awesome things Warhammer preview. Yeah, there was so much cool stuff. I still haven't worked out where any of these rumor engines are from. Take a call from Mr. Workshop. What would I say this is? So this is clearly like a rocket propelled grenade. And it looks like a scope, and that looks like a bipod. So it slaps out and then it hits on the ground. Don't know what it would be for though, but I'm sure what that is. Summon endless mob pits, unleash hordes of Magnadroths. The third part Dawnbringer's ongoing narrative in Warhammer Sigmar has been revealed, alongside a fresh chunk of exciting story. The second chapter of Path to Glory. I don't do any of this stuff. Oh, this is like the mob pits that eat you, that hole with all the teeth. That's kind of cool. It's definitely not my fault. I don't really do campaign stuff. I just kind of like paint an army and then I just play like once, which is unfortunate. Now that I have a fully painted army, I should play more. Oh, look at those stairs. Look at that. I love that. That's nice. All right. Well, see, these are those new kits. Available for Necromunda. If you got a host of tips and tricks, standard STCs. Extensive use of standard template constructs. STC are short. Everything from lasguns, combat spoons are made the same specifications, including the very home and factories and tunnels everyone lives in. And the Ash Race terrain has been created with this standardization in mind. So a tall platformer hab is the same site as the Sector Mechanicus strut, or 2 Zorn Mortalis columns. Oh. This also means platform are built at the same height as a single Zorn Mortalis column, which is also going to be the same height as the Zorn Mortalis stairs. Ooh. Which means very easy to link up terrain pieces using 3 different ranges as the different levels will always match up. That's cool. Share the same fittings. Oh, that's neat. Oh, and by not gluing, but using these little clips, you can like have infinitely adjustable. Oh, he's got like a little balcony for his little home. Oh, that's kind of cool. This makes me want to buy a bunch, but it's obscenely expensive. Oh, look at that. That's cool. It's like a little antenna array hanging out up there. Oh, you can stack them. Oh, look at this. This gets rid of your neighbor noise, your upstairs neighbor noise. Oh, and they have little caps so you don't have to leave the holes. And you can look inside. Oh, that's cool. Where does this door go? Oh, it's not a door. It's like a vent. I'd like to see this with some stairs, though. There's a ladder. See, these don't seem very get-inable. Like, you need to set up some stairs so people can get into those. That's kind of cool, though. That is kind of cool. This week's battle report. So we looked at that classic White Dwarf thing. The epic climax of the quest for Galmaraz. I think that is the first Warhammer Age of Sigmar campaign book. How long ago was that? Oh, look at that. That's kind of neat. It's like they're on fire. Oh, there's the hammer. The hammer of, the hammer of legend. And a portal. Oh, that's cool. Oh, there's like it's got like a pretty deep gap all around it. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, interesting. That's interesting. Warhammer Plus stuff. This model looks so cool. She's so neat. Oh, he wrote both these books. Interesting. Ah. She's pretty cool. Oh, look at this guy. He's like a, what's it called? A centaur, but like angry. What was that? I received a new voicemail. Interesting. Wonder why my phone didn't ring. That's weird. Final faction is revealed for Ace. Realms of Ruin. Oh, this is that. This is that one where I did the clip where it's like, I don't play RTSs. Look at him. He's so angry. So is this is Zeech? Yeah, Zeech. Ogrid Thermitage. Big yawns. Sister Battle Triumph in Tampa. First place. Sisters. That's so cool. Look at this. Should just download this list and build it. We're gonna put this in the cool things. We saw in the description. Just make this list. Because I need a list. It's 2 castigators. Not enough castigators. We need one less castigator, and we need the what's it called? The thing with the missile launchers and the piano. Definitely not gonna make this exactly as is, but it's cool. Oh, World Ages, that's actually interesting. Angron, I have him. I don't have this, don't have this. Don't have this. Interesting. This looks interesting too. These are the win rates. Poor Drakari, poor Blood Angels, poor Custodes. I'm a Custode player. Poor Grey Knights. One of the Discords I'm on, dude got, I think it's like 6 boxes of Terminators, Grey Knight Terminators for like $100. It's a crazy good deal. Something like that. I don't know. He got it though. That's interesting. Interesting stuff. Maybe I'll try to work on a list. It's time for the game I don't play. Little drop pods for the game I don't play. Oh, those are neat. I wonder if we get an updated drop pod. Oh, these are Dreadnought drop pods. Also builds Palisade drop pods. Dev housing infantry rockets contain powerful shield generators. Those are shield generators. That squad is kind of cute. That's pretty adorable. See, I look at stuff like this little Predator tank, and I'm like, I would like a little Predator tank. I would like a little Predator. Make a Heresy army just like 40k Heresy army. You put all these models on the full-size bases. So you just put each of these guys on a 32mm. This guy goes on a plastic square rectangle the same size as a Predator. Hilarious. What is this? Digital card games? Ugh. New highly anticipated digital card game. Is it highly anticipated if this is the first time I'm hearing about it? Is that on Steam today? And today being the 19th, which was a few days ago. I do not want to play a card game. Is the art interesting? What is this? Oh, pre-order. Besides getting premium campaign for your preferred faction at a discounted price, yes, you gotta pay. Microtransactions. None of that. More Necromunda stuff. Oh, he's got a multi-melta. That's good stuff. He's so angry. Oh, who's this guy? He's got like a floating skeleton friend. Little buggy. Oh, she looks fancy as heck. And that's like a steel skirt. That's like armor. Well, I wonder what that's made out of. This could be extremely heavy. It's pretty cool though. We're sure this won't become an important plot point later. Well, it won't. Despite the invention of Lady Hera herself, though through the haste to leave the Palatine Spire, he left a single security door yawning wide open. Oh, that probably will be important. Oh, is this new Necromunda? Yeah, these are new Necromunda guys. Updated rules for grav cutters. Look at that shield. Do you get that cool translucent shield? These are those flying things where they don't get cover, but they can like... Look at that thing. That thing's badass. This has got to be a kit bash. Using vehicle rules in the book based on a Dune Rider, powerful mining laser. Largely Achilles Ridge Runner with external Torx parts. Yeah, this is a kit bash because that's a Torx part. And those are lights from like a Baneblade kit, I think. Oh, look at that thing. That's pretty cool. Necromunda is kind of like becoming like 40k, but civilians. Black Library pre-orders. The End of Death Volume 2 Special Edition. Pre-order now, which means it's going to be out of print. It's already not available. F5. Don't know why it's not working. Look at that. That was probably sold out in like minutes. Guaranteed minutes. It's very fancy though. But I don't like it. I think this is nicer because I like to see the art. Word Bears Omnibus. Cool. And then we get different languages for the books, which is super neat too. You haven't read any of the Siege of Terra. I probably should. Probably get on that. And then with the pre-orders, these are all up right now. So this Necromunda book. And then you can get these guys now. You can get her. Some upgrades. And then the made to orders, which we looked at last week. I do not want any of these objects. Trader Champion console is on November. So that's that cool Horse Heresy Mark III that I want to get for my Dark Angels. But I don't know if I'm going to get. Because spending money is bad. Next week, what's available? You can get your City of Sigmar's book. Exciting time for all the Cities players. You can get her. She's kind of cool. If I was playing Cities, I think I'd want this model. It's pretty badass. Oh, look at this guy. This is like a really nice striking model. Like this model is like really good. I do like it. Oh, I like this Shooter McGavin guy. Two guns. These are all fine. This sword just peeking out is very ominous. Look at this guy. He's cooking up his soup. Oh, and then there's this guy. I love this guy. He's just like stomping around. He's giant and huge. He's got a buddy hanging off his back, shooting. Cavaliers, these guys look pretty good. Not a fan of this armor that cuts off like that. I know it makes sense logistically because like horses have to be able to move their legs, but you know, it feels weird. Oh, I love these models. These models are like my favorite cities models. I love the fact they're just like big heavy shields that they just slam down and they have guns on them. And they're just like, we're just a wall of guys. They're so good. And then you just have some generic, I'm gonna hit you with my sword guys. The Great Cannon, oh, it's so good. Oh, book 3, that's gonna have the rules for that new guy. Oh, is the new guy going up next week too? The Black Talons. Specialist group of elite warriors. Interesting. A whole bunch of cool characters. Yes. I have to try to get this guy. He might sell it pretty quick, so I might miss him. But I'd like to get, maybe people are gonna be willing to wait because they don't want these Storm Drakes. I actually do want these models because I don't actually own these models right now. So getting these models actually would be pretty cool. So I do want these models. So I'm gonna try to get him and this book. I'm gonna try. We'll see if it works. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, this is a callback to an old model. There was an old fantasy model. It was exactly the same. It was like a dude on a very sad looking rotting horse with a scythe and there was a little signpost in the base. This is like the exact same model but updated. That's actually really good. That's a nice update to that model. That was a good model. Look at these. Can you imagine these wings in resin? Because they're in resin. Holy hell, this model looks cool. But and look how long that spear is. This guy is just like walking fragile. You couldn't pay me to build that model. Then we have Black Talon book. The Gobo rides again. Loved by Gretchen everywhere, the red Gobo is a symbol of revolution and freedom from the brutish tyranny of orcs. When the Grots of the Blood Axe encampment fall into malaise, the Painboy Stamma realizes only the promise of the red Gobo can stir them from their deepest depression and sets about creating his own, using science, cunning, and some good old-fashioned orc violence. The red Gobo rides again. Ha! Crazy. Galaxy of Horrors. Spooky. Untamed Realms. Ooh. Oh, and then that God Eater book. Oh, look at this guy. Bad Loon Rising. Warhammer Plus Battle Report. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to try to get this boy here. What's this? Can be found in The Long Hunt. Oh, that's the book, I think. This product is delayed in Japan. Oh, that's not fair. I mean, I'm not in Japan, so it's fine, but it sucks for people who live in Japan that are excited for this guy. I'm very excited for this guy. Definitely want to... I have not organized my Stormcast. I don't know if I'm going to work on them right away. What some of the news coming up, we're going to look at the Christmas boxes. And there's one that's like almost good, but I don't want it because there's too much crossover with what I already have. But yeah, I got to kind of focus on my Sigmar stuff. I focused on something in 40K and I really got it done. As seen at the start of the stream, so I'd like to get that done for Sigmar too. Here, let's take a look at this entirely too fragile model. That's good art though. Look at that. So I don't know if in the Heresy at this point that's not Fulgrim. It's just a demon in Fulgrim's body. Or if this is a little later on when Fulgrim gets his body back. Because Fulgrim does get his body back, I believe. Oh, look at that. I collect as much information on Fulgrim in his daemon form as possible. Artwork descriptions, Black Library stories, every part I sculpted involves this process. Look at that. That's kind of cool, that old art. Oh, and this art. I remember this art. I don't know what it's from. But yeah, I think this is when Fulgrim is not here. That's why I don't think they're all in the same place, but I don't think this is Fulgrim. I think this is the demon in Fulgrim. Lorgar is like very unhappy with the situation. Oh, that's kind of intense. Look at that. That model's so good. I wish it was in plastic. It's so fragile. Just giant resin wings, a giant resin spear. And here's the current Fulgrim. I've never liked this head. This head is way better. Oh, look at that spear. Look at that. He just looks so like, he's got like that look of like, he knows he's all that. Sculpting all the individual scales in the body was time consuming, but adds a lot of sense of motion. Wow. There's no Slanesh symbol wholly present on the miniature, but there's little nods to it. Spiked leather glove has on the weapon and evokes a classic Slanesh look. Okay. That's one of the things that's interesting about that chest piece does look kind of Slaneshi, but not quite. Is there's not really, the four gods aren't really named in the Heresy because they are just discovered by humanity during this time. So it's more nebulous what these evil creatures are. So here they go, the battle forces. The last thing we're gonna look at as I make my window taller, which doesn't actually break anything, so it's all good. Oh, it does break something. Oh, I opened a new window over top of the old window. Okay, never mind. Look at this. All right, so there's 4 for this. This looks pretty good. This is for your lizardmen. If I had bought that like lizardman starter kit, or they would have, they're not called lizardmen anymore. If I had bought this when it first came out, because it even comes with the new chameleon skinks. I might have bought this, but I'm not gonna buy this, but that's cool. So you get Slan Starmaster. A block of 10 Sars Warriors, 3 Croxagors, which ultimately is Croxagor Warspawn, 3 Angron Lancers, Agaron Lancers. I think that's the guys on the, these guys, I think. The flying guys. Hunters Hirachi and Warband of Chameleon Skinks. It is a cool box though. It's a cool box. What would I rank this box? I know, it's pretty high. It's really good. And you have this. As someone who loves skeletons, you think I would like Ossiarch Bone Reapers, but I really don't. I just don't vibe with me. I have some of these models, but they're like consigned to the bottom of my bit box being trampled to death. They're okay. You get Arch Calvos, Xandros, or Standard Calvos, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Calvos Death Riders, just the horses. 20 Mortec Guard. Mortec Guard are kind of cool though. Let's take a look at these models. Yeah, look at these Mortec Guard. They're kind of okay. They're very happy, but they got kind of like there's a little too much busyness on them. They don't, I wish they were like simpler in design. That said, I do like this guy. This guy is great. He is fantastic. You get these. Those are okay. I like those. Nothing wrong with those. You get this guy. Oh, he's happy, fella. This feels very Necron right here, this image. This like feels like a guy bringing a Necron back together. It's a very Necron design to the bone. Interesting. And the big harvester guy and the Morghast, which I have some. Warhorde of Eternus. So there's this Slaves of Darkness one is really interesting, but it's like too much crossover to what I already own. So it comes with Eternus the First Blade, the Blade of the First Prince, which I don't want that model. He's cool though, but I don't want him. And then it comes with 3 Organ Theridons, which I do own 3 of, and another unit of them would be cool. So I have no problem with those guys. 5 Chaos Knights. I have so many Chaos Knights. I do not need more. 5 Chosen. I have 10 Chosen already. 15 Chosen is a bit much of a point investment. 10 Chaos Warriors. I have 20 Chaos Warriors. And they're the older ones. Which... I know, it's hard. I like the new ones and I like the old ones, but then the old ones cost me like a third of the price of the new ones. So it's like kind of no-brainer. And then these guys, I don't like these guys. There's something really... I don't want vampires. The only vampire model I really like... Because I think it's Flesh Eater Quartz, isn't it? No, it's not Flesh Eater Quartz. Is it Nighthaunt? See, I don't know Death that much. I think Nighthaunt's just Ghosts, isn't it? I love this model here. This model is very old. You can tell it's old because they still show it on a square base. I think this... Oh, that guy's a round base. I do not know what army she's in. I guess we just go all armies of death. Okay. I broke everything. Armies of Death. All armies of death. Vampire. This model. I do really like this model. She's secretly gonna ask you a question. So this is like the only like model I super duper like super like. But yeah, it's cool. You get Blood Knights. Blood Knights are cool. Death Rattle Skeletons. These are much better skeletons. I love these Radley boys. I like have so many Death Rattle Skeletons. Dire Wolves. Like maybe this is like kind of like what I should build. I should get her and a bunch of skeletons. But not this box. And then we have the 40k box. Wow, this guy's just screaming. Why are you screaming, buddy? Why are you so angry? I just really don't like this Terminator, though. And you know it's going to be tiny. You know he's going to be so tiny next to the new ones. I think he would look a lot cooler if the runes were painted more subtly. Kind of like how my Terminator Librarian is painted a lot more subtly. I didn't like the glowing white blue lines. All right, Battle Forces, 40k. So you can see which is the favorite son. 40k gets 6. All right, so this is interesting. I want to play these, but I never keep buying them. But this kind of has like only models that I'm actually interested in. It has the big land fortress, which is I'm interested in. The smaller one Comes with these chunky ones. And it comes with that cool guy with a beard that I really like the model of. So 10 Hearthguard, led by, I can't say that word, champion, bundled with Hecaton, because it's a heck of a ton of fortress. Wisdom of Grimnar, Living Ancestor, Saga Guitar, ATV. Yeah, see, it's just like, this box is like, nothing in this box I don't like. I like everything in this box. And I might get it, and then like, no guarantee I'll play Leagues, but everything in this box is stuff I like from Leagues. There's nothing in here that I'm like, I kind of want it, I kind of don't. Everything here I could have. Then we have the Beast Snaga Stampede. So these are like fantasy orcs in 40k because they're like a lot of melee and angry and big squigs. Not super fan of these models. Cadian Defense Force, this is like worthless to me because I have 2 Rogaldorns already, and I'm doing Death Corpse of Krieg, really. So I've been using the plastic model, so I don't have any use for all these Cadians. I think it's just a really solid box if you want to start guard though. Like if you're starting guard, this is worth it, I think. And then there's this, which is like, how do I feel about this? I don't know how I feel about this box. So it is very fast. We got bikers, we got Mario Kart, and we have 15 of the new jump pack intercessors with a captain. So you could do like a chunky unit of 10 and him, or you could do like 3 units and he's in one of them. I think if this came with the chaplain, this would be like a fantastic like high speed army because the chaplain would be like support for these guys. But then I know how much they're charging for these models. So if you want like a really fast force, this might actually be a good start. I think I would add to this the chaplain for the bikers. And I don't know, maybe like, I wanted to add like 2 more captains, another unit of bikers, and a captain, and a chaplain for each of those. That seems kind of fun. And then you just kind of fill out the rest of your list with some, just some generic troopy guys for holding objectives. So these guys like run up fast. I don't know, something fun. I don't know. I'm not good at this game. And then you have like a bunch of Tyranids. So what do you get? You get the new big model and a winged hive tyrant. And you have 20 Hormagaunts and 10 Gene Stealers. That's kind of cool. That's like a solid base. And if you bought like, that's another thing. How does this pair with the Leviathan box or the starter sets? Because what do you get in those? So we're gonna ignore Leviathan and we'll just look at the starter set. How does this add to the starter set? Da-da-da. Here we go. So, starter set or the ultimate starter set? Let's look at this. Just the regular starter set, we'll say. Because what's missing? You get Captain, Terminators, Infernus Marines, and Wing Prime, Psychophage, Von Ryan's Leapers, Termagants, Ripper Swarms. Versus the ultimate starter set, which gets you some terrain, and it also gets you Captain, Librarian, 5 Terminators, 5 Infernus Marines. Do you not get the Captain in this one? You get a captain. Okay, we'll go with this. So if you went this and you combined it with this, even with the ultimate starter set with the librarian, I think it's not good. Because like these guys move fast, but these guys are kind of like really slow, and I really wouldn't use them for objective holding. I feel this is like a bad mix, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But this, there's no crossover with what you get in this box. So you just get a bunch of different models that can add on to your Tyranid army. So if you got Leviathan or the starter set, I think this box is actually pretty good. Then you get this. This box just makes me sad. I already own Angron. If I didn't own Angron, this would be like a great box, I think, to get. Because you get 8-bound, which you can make Exalted 8-bound. You just get some Berserkers. You throw in, what's his face? Karen the Betrayer. It's good stuff. This is a good box. If you don't have anything for World Eaters, I think this is a solid starting point. So, solid starting point. Solid. Very situational. Solid. I have no ideal. Solid. So that's what my opinions on those are. And then with my even limited more opinion, this feels solid. I have no ideal. This feels solid if you want the character. I have basically every model in this box except for the character. I think they all slap. So if you want that character, I think this is really solid. I have no ideal, but I do like all the skeletons. That's my thoughts. And that's it. That's it for the stream. We'd be done. A big stretch. Oh, big stretch. Sit back. So yeah, that was fun times. I don't have anything else to say though. I just gotta work on. I really should work on my Stormcast. I think I have a ton of Stormcast models. Like I can make a big army, and my paint scheme is really simple. It's literally just browns, gold, and red, and then you just wash the whole thing, and it's like done. But I have not been working on them. I've been doing red instead of blue. Red and gold. Stormcast. Like I have those little guys with the big round shield. I have these guys. I'm technically kind of building a single Stormdrake guard, which is like a single character unit if you just have one. I would like these guys. Don't want those guys. Yeah, I have these guys, Annihilators. I keep seeing these available for dirt cheap at my LGS. I think you can get 30 bucks for this many. Just on the used model, and no one's buying them. Makes me want them now, seeing them 70. I do want this chariot. I have everything in this box, except I'm probably not going to build these flying guys because I don't really like them. I have Sequitors, I have Retributors, but I have unit of these guys. I have 2 of these, which are super fun. I think I have this guy. Definitely have this guy. I might have these guys. Have that Storm. Have that guy. I have like I used her model on top of one of these guys as Gryph-hounds for a Lord Evocator on a Gryph-hound model. I'm really happy with that model. Some Liberators, which might be going discontinued and replaced with new Liberators. Yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, that's it. I shall end the stream now. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.